Hello friends, in this video we are going to install ACI Simulator on our VM environment. So in this video we are going to use version 4.2. To download this files you should go into the above URL and same will be mentioned into the description. After going into this URL you should be downloading ACI Simulator file part 1.ova, part 2.ova, part 3.ova and part 4.ova. Make sure you have your account should have the enough permissions to download these files. Once you have downloaded, and I have already done that, so it's visible here. So once you downloaded these four files you have to concatenate it with one single file. So you have four parts, you need to create only one single OVA to concatenate all these four files. I'll show you how to do it. Should be going into the drive where these files are placed. You can see these files are visible here. You need to use type, then file name of part 1, file name of part 2, space file name of part 3, space file name of part 4, then greater than symbol to, and then here you need to decide the name of the file which you want to have as a concatenated file. I would be using ACI Simulator.ova. Hit enter. Once you enter it, this process has been started and you can see a new file is visible here. Okay, it will take some time. It will not take only 1 or 2 hours, it will take more. And also you can see that into the task manager process is being utilized. If you see, Windows command processor is taking around 50% of CPU and around 7 MB of memory and 6.4 Mbps of the disk write speed. Each file size is almost around 10.5 GB. So if you download these four files it will be around 42 GB, and once you concatenate these four files into one single file then it will be almost 40 GB again. So you should be having enough space. Okay guys, so we can see it's completed and took almost 3 hours. However, I had around 40 gig of RAM and I'm using SAS hard drive. Let's check the size. It's around 40. Yep, the size is almost 84.3 GB has been consumed by this folder. Let's check for this specific file. Okay, it's 42.1. Okay, now I would say we should proceed to import it into our VM. So let's open the browser. So this is my VMware is ESXi login. If you have VMware workstation you can also use that. Here you can click on create register new VM, deploy a virtual machine from a OVF or OVF file, click next, enter the virtual machine name ACI ACI Simulator and select the files to drop here. This is the file, click OK, hit next. Now to show you that what all is supported: capacity, data store 1 from where the data is to be taken, data store 1, VM5, access single, fine, license agreement, VM network, NAT. Let's go with it and then see later on. Power on automatically, yes. And now it is saying ACI Simulator, this will be the disk space, thin, NAT provision, cache name unknown. Okay, do not refresh your browser while VM is being deployed. Okay, now click on finish. Let's finish. Now the VM is in the deployment state. You can see this here. Okay, so seems like we have successfully imported the OVA file into the VM. We tried it earlier, but it got failed. This import VApp got operation timeout, so I canceled this second operation as well. So what I did then, I reinitiated that process, and then I can see it's finally completed. Let's check the configuration of this simulator. So here we can see the CPU is 8 and memory is 16 GB and hard drive is 80 GB. Network adapters 1, 2. Okay, so that is fine for the time being. Let's increase memory. Let me give it 32. However, the 16 will be fine as well. So 32 GB, 880, and then yep, then keep it as is. Click on save. I would say let's increase this hard drive as well. Keep it 200. Now let's power on this device. It will definitely take some time to power on, but let's wait for it. It is asking for some initial configuration. It's asking for enter the fabric name, keep it default fabric 1, enter the fabric ID 1, that is fine. Enter the number to active controllers, keep it 1. Pod ID 1. Is this a standby controller? No, I have only one controller, so that is what it is. Enter the controller ID 1 as is 1. Enter the epic controller name or enter the controller name, keep it epic 1. VTAP pool address, tap pool address, keep it as is. VLAN ID for the infra network, keep it 4 default. And enter the pool for the broadcast domain multicast addresses. So keep it as is. Now enable IPv6, no, for out of band. Enter the IPv4 address. So this is the IP address which you will be requiring to access your controller, Epic controller. So I'll give it like this and slash 24, 25, and gateway is 192.168.1.1. Now enter the interface duplex mode, enable strong password, no. Enter the password for admin. Okay, it has to be 8 character long, so I should be going 1 to 8. Would you like to edit the configuration? I would say no. So now it will reboot, and once it will reboot, and then we will see what are the next things. Okay, it's booted up and we can see the login prompt. Let's try to log in, enter the password, the simplest one, but it will always say you login correct. Not always, it will say you login incorrect because in the backend it is starting some services. It's not properly booted up yet. So let's wait for 1 or 2 more minutes and then we'll proceed to the login again. Okay, let's try to log in now. I hope all the services has been started up in the backend. Admin, your password. It's taking some time. I don't know for what, but yes, it is taking some time. Again, it is saying login incorrect. Let's try it again. Okay, we are in now. So now our Epic controller is up, and I would say let's try to access it. Sure, we are in. Click on advanced. Under the advanced, proceed to unsafe. Let's try to refresh it again. Yep, here we go. Let's try to log in. Here it will give you a message, welcome to Epic. It's a new version. This There are a lot of new features that has been introduced, but we will look into that later on. So I would say let's close this. It's just a setup overview, how it is configured. Now let's quickly check how our topology looks like. So go into the fabric, inventory, topology. Okay, it has one controller. Let's see how many spines we got and how many leaves we got from the Cisco. One controller which has been discovered, and we need to identify the membership. So we should go into the fabric membership. Here we can see there is no such registered node as of now. No virtual spines, no virtual leaf, no spine. So nodes pending for registration. Yes, we can see there is one node which is pending for registration. On the right hand side and then click register. So click on register, you will be getting a node ID. So the red ones are really important. Define the node ID 101 leaf 1, and the node name I would say leaf 101. Register. It will take some time to get itself registered. The status is unknown. Serial number, pod, node ID, RL tab pool IP address will be visible once it is registered. Name, node type is leaf. Supported model, yes. Let's try to refresh it if something has changed. No. Okay. It's been removed from the pending for registration. Let's go into the registered node and we can see it's available into the registered node. Here the IP has been visible. Model number is N9K-C 9396PX. Pod 1, node ID 1. Now look for the other non-registered nodes. Here it is a spine. So spine 9508. Let's register this one. Register. Spine, we usually say it's a level 2 device, or 201. Spine 201. Role is spine, yes. And then rack name is not required. So pod is 1. It will also take some time to get registered. Once it's been registered, then it will automatically move to the registered node list. So seems like it's been moved. Let's see. Yep. Now let's check what is pending for registration. Refresh. Should we discover other leaves. Okay, it is still in inactive state. Let's wait for some time. Still in inactive state. Let's click on commission. Alright, so device has been commissioned. I would say spine has been commissioned. Let's check for the other pending nodes. Okay, that is also a leaf. Go into the registration, register. Type the node ID 102, leaf name leaf 102. Hit register. It will also move on to the registered nodes. Alright, so it's been moved into the registered nodes and still it is in inactive state. It's not commissioned yet. Maybe it will commission automatically. For the spine, we didn't wait and we did commission by ourselves. But let's wait for the leaf here. And once the spine has been registered, we should be able to see another unregistered nodes if anything is there. Any unreachable nodes? Okay, it's leaf 2, 102, still unreachable. But we have already made it would discover. Let's wait for some time. Maybe it's powering on. Unmanaged fabric node. No such unmanaged fabric node. Still inactive.
So in the topology, we can see one pod, yes, single pod environment, controller 1, spine 1, leaf still loading, it should be 2. So here it is. I just refreshed it and it worked. So single pod environment, one controller, one spine, and 2 leaf. Let's check under the topology section. Okay, so this is how the connectivity is. I would say ideally it should be like this. Epic one has having the one cable going into the leaf 101, and then leaf 101 has a cable going to the spine, and then spine is going having the cable connected to leaf 102. So this is how the ACI simulator installation process and the fabric discovery process. I hope this video is informative. Thank you.